Let's meet the visiting team, Los Angeles Lakers. At small forward, Bronny James. At center, Jackson Hayes. At the other forward position, Rui Hachimura. At shooting guard, Austin Reeves. At the other guard position, Luka Doncic.
We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play. For one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And the Lakers starting five. They've got Jackson Hayes. Rui Hachimura is out there with James. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Doncic in at the point. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hayes. Doncic on the wing. The offensive rebound. Hayes, the pass to Doncic. James, outside. Takes the three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And this is crucial for James's development. If he's able to hit the three consistently, watch out.
Wiggins outside. From outside, off the mark. On offense, here are the Lakers. And this group has reached rarefied air with the win streak underway. Now up to 21. Unbelievable.
So few teams in the history of the NBA have ever put a streak like this together, so it's really impressive. My prediction, the streak continues.
And Miami has possession, following the score by Los Angeles. Blocked! Here's Doncic. And Doncic with the jam.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons. The Sharpshooters' rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach. But the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, thank you.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
Outside Burks. Here's Wiggins. Oh, misses the dunk. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Doncic on the wing. 5 points in the game. For the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
When you talk about Wiggins' aggressiveness on O, it's great when he does it on D. Rewarded that time.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
First team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. He shoots. And again, it's Miami converting.
In that time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
The Lakers lead by 5. James with the ball. Hero picks him up. Wiggins against Doncic. Man, Doncic hammers it home.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. A minute 53 left in the first. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
James, no good on the free throw. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. And the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they're playing fantastic basketball right now. I know it's early in the year, but surprisingly, they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Hero, the pass to Love. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 10. Stolen by Hero. Fast break Miami. The finish! So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Hero does a nice job driving in there and then making sure he gets fouled.
Miami shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers. So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Hero after the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Miami, no good that time either.
Well, mid-range was where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
The shot by James, no good.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Robinson. Yet to see a basket. Here's Jovic. Hero for 3. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
Yeah, he may be young, but you can't give Bronny a look at the rim.
Hero for three. Hero with another miss. And so it's Los Angeles with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. More 2K action in just a moment. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They control the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And so in the game for the Lakers, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Connect is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 5, down low. Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, B.A., he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing. You see the upside in a rookie like Dalton Connect. He's got a good build and dynamic offensive skill set. Some improvements around defense, and he'll be a solid addition to any lineup. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Knocked away. Kicks it to Doncic. And they doubled up Doncic. 5 to shoot. Pass to James. Fires the 3. Oh, James knocks down the triple.
From the corner, LeBron so versatile offensively.
Hero outside. Up top, Anderson. Hero finds Anderson. And he parries his first look.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And it's Vanderbilt off the drive. Pass to Doncic. The 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the 3. Needs to keep doing this now.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
And I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
Heat trail by 16. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Anderson's got 5 now.
Oh, so important that Anderson can step up and knock down shots like that.
James, right side. And out of bounds, the Heat will take it. And this is what the schedule looks like for Miami. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Checking out their schedule, They've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Now here's Doncic. He's got 15. Oh, and the jam by Doncic.
Whoa! Not known for showing off, Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 15-point game. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Well, you can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Burks for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Burks has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
For your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Different look for Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Anderson. And it's Andrew Wiggins in for Hero. The Lakers also with a sub. Hachimura's checked in for Finney-Smith. The Lakers lead by 15. James outside. Doncic outside. Fires for 3. Rebound Miami. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season.
Last season, they just couldn't find a winning strategy against this squad.
Wiggins, no good. The Lakers have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second best player on the title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brad.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. I hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable.
Robinson with a steal. There's 53 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
.51 seconds left in the second. Now here's Adebayo. No made baskets yet. Hachimura with a rebound. The Lakers lead by 12. Doncic outside. There's the 3. Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
I love Duncan just taking the opportunity to create for a teammate.
From Duncan Robinson.
20 seconds left in the first half. Doncic passes to James. And it's rejected. Now Robinson over Hayes. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello and welcome, and what a first half for Cool Hand Luka Doncic.
I feel like every time we do a game involving Doncic, that's who we end up talking about. And here we go again. He forces teams to play him at his pace, which is a very methodical, very calculated, and very difficult to disrupt.
Yes, he's in the matrix. Very slow motion, Kenny.
Oh, I get that. That's pretty good.
And now let's take a moment to see how the West stacks up here in this early part of the season.
You look at Los Angeles, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
The Lakers lead by 11. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
What a response here from Wiggins, marching right back and answering with a triple.
The Lakers with the ball. They led by as many as 18. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. It's the last meeting in a 4-game road trip.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Burks. He's got 6. Hero for 3. And Reeves pulls it down.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Poke loose. Wiggins with a steal. Pulls up on the wing. It's good. Wiggins got 9.
We've seen Wiggins and that jump shot really evolve over the years. He doesn't waste chances. He's efficient from there.
Pass to Hayes. Doncic against Hero. Stolen by Hero. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Doncic.
And Hero, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. Because does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
And so Hero nails both of them.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points. He's at the free throw line. It's pretty much automatic.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Los Angeles making a change here. James is checked in. And we take a look now at the season's most efficient scorers from around the league. LeBron James, #1.
And this guy just flat out knows how to score. A high IQ offensive player with a strong feel for what shots to take, which is why his field goal percentage leads the league.
James against Burks. And slam dunk by James.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And it's the Heat with the ball. Following the score by the Lakers. Pass to Hero. Miami, no good that time either.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Hachimura. No points so far. From deep, here's Doncic. Out to James. Beyond the arc. Nails it from 3. And the Lakers lead by 15.
And Bronny with an effective play off the ball. He stayed ready, got his feet set, and made the defense pay.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Miami making a switch here. Robinson's checked in.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Now here's Doncic. 26 points for him. And that one's good. James.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Hero for 3. Hachimura with a rebound.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
James goes in. And James throws it down.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Heat trail by 19. Has to Ware. Lets the 3 fly. Burks no good.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And it's Doncic missing.
Is it getting golden here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And Burks gets it to go.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. That one falls. Doncic has got 28.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
The Heat have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Robinson. Here's Ware. Now Hero. There's the triple. Ooh, rejected by Doncic. And so it's Los Angeles up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Let's get this next bucket, and we got to put together a string right now.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Luka Doncic is out there with Connect, and it's Finney-Smith in at the center position, locking down the middle. Pass to James. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got his 6th assist of the night.
Watch Tyler.
Hero with it. Here's Jovic, out left to the wing. Love for 3. James with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds now.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Robinson with a steal. Pass to Hero. Love with the ball. Picked up by James. Jovic passes to Hero. Offline with a 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Here's Doncic. That one rolls around and rims out. For Miami, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his 5th foul. The Heat making a switch here. Burks is checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. James is checked in. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
It's time to get on your feet. The loudest. It's time.
Hayes is checked in for the Lakers. And here's Burks. Love, a screen on James. Burks against James for 3. Robinson. James with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 22. And out of bounds, the Heat will take it.
Miami ball. Substitution on the court.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Burks with it. Pass to Ware. Back to Adebayo, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul of the game.
2nd team foul.
So it's Miami now. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Here's Ware. Drains the triple.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Now here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. And that one drops for him.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Heat trail by 21. Here's Hero. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
And here we go. The Heat fast break. Hero for 3. Offensive board. Ooh, rejected by Doncic.
Defense at its best from Doncic. Like to see him putting that much effort into his D.
And it's all from three-point range. Miami's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
James goes in. Here's the three, and there's Doncic. That's good. On the assist by Hayes. Hayes has got 4 assists now tonight. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Inside, deflects the pass. Here's Doncic. Wiggins with it, picked up by Reeves. Hero for 3. Drops in the 3.
And Wiggins is a capable passer, someone that wants to hit a guy in the right spot.
Reeves, the pass to James. Double team on James. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Lakers.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Luka Doncic.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And it's Miami's ball. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th. Hero. There's the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it.
Heat ball. Substitution on the floor.
James against Wiggins. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. 22 was their biggest lead. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
That free throw good from James. And here are the Heat now. To the inside. Outside Robinson. Pass to Love. Anderson can't get it to go. Vincent, right side. Shoots over Robinson. Counted for Vincent.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Luka, you played well tonight, and your team got the...
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
This ain't staying still, it's good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at Los Angeles. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know.
You know, for Los Angeles, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
If you want to talk about hitting the ground running, they've done exactly this. And you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
And now the Lakers starting group. Rui Hachimura out there with Hayes. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's James in at the small forward position. And for Atlanta, the pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3-slot. When it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
Hayes dishes to Doncic. In the corner, it's James. A three-pointer off the mark. And the Hawks with the possession. It's a three-point game. Young's shot is off. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. And this group is about as formidable as they come. 22 wins in a row. It's just remarkable.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. A rebound by the Lakers. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Zachary Risa-Shea out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with a prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
Here's James, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And the first one at the line is good. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
Both free throws good from James. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team.
Here they are. Go. 4.
A chance now to honor the Western Conference Player of the Month, Luka Doncic.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
LeBron outside. Back to Doncic. From past the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Young, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against Milwaukee.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Well, James has the strength and will to be a solid interior finisher at this level.
Young for three. Again, Young missing.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
James, and finished off by LeBron.
Like, at this point in time, like, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy.
You see yourself on the screen, and you show us the best move. Let's go.
Showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. The Lakers second.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
The Hawks trail by 4. And 1:01 left here in the opening quarter. A nice shot by LeVert.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's James. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Give a little extra on that one.
Here's LeVert and the rejection by LeBron. James in the post. Defended by Man. And James gets it to go on the assist by James.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. There's LeVert. And James pulls it down. Lakers leading by 6. Pass to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Here's Man. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Terrence Mann.
And here's James outside. Sinks the three-pointer. James has got 9 points. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for L.A. For moments during that quarter, it felt like a one-man wrecking crew. It's And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got George Niang. Karis LeVert is out there with Young. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Okongwu in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, Richard, you were a teammate of LeBron James's, winning a title in Cleveland with them, playing with LeBron. What was something you learned about his game and about him?
Well, I learned that he takes the greatness that has been bestowed upon him as a gift, and it is a curse, but he understands how to handle both.
James connects from deep.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Niang in the corner. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Niang's got himself on the board with 3 there. Doncic passes to LeBron. Doncic with a screen on Young. Young against James. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail by 10. Young outside. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game we talk about, a lot comes down to coaching. Having your players focused.
Here's LeVert. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over.
Doncic passes to James. LeBron. Oh, wow!
That is powerful. Okay, wow. Old man LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
Young's shot is off.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
James with it. He's picked up by LeVert. The 3 for Doncic. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists tonight. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Fans, stand your attention to center court. It's the Hawks Heights Ball.
Will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Johnson comes in for George Niang. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Mann. And Daniels subbed in for Karis LeVert. And then for the Lakers, Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. And James subbed in for Connect. RJ, for the few teams already suffering big-time injuries, how do they keep up their spirits? How do they keep going?
I feel like the term next man up is overused, but what it comes down to is you need to have faith in the guys you have available.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young.
Here's LeBron. Lays it up and banks it in. LeBron's got 18 points in the game. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Young against Doncic. Johnson sets the screen for Young. Daniels from outside. A rebound by the Lakers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
A somewhat surprising split. One team made the playoffs and the other was lottery bound.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Reza Shea wide open. That's in there. Joshua with the assist. 8 points for Reza Shea.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes.
Nice finish.
Stunning the crowd and the defense with that one. What a show from Doncic.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Knocked away. On its way from Young for 2, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Also relying on his skill there. That's a nice move against Lane.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Doncic is checked in for Austin Reed. .44 seconds left in the second quarter. James against LeVert. Pass to Daniels. Back to Johnson. Shoots over Hachimura. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now, here's Doncic. He's...
Oh, my goodness, man. And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Los Angeles fans, his first team seconds.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
The free throw drops for Reza Shea. He makes 1 of 2 that time. On the wing, Doncic shoots over LeVert. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys, with Quinn.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And that game against the Nuggets, they'll have the advantage coming in. But it's not like they're infallible. I mean, no one is.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it's a favorable matchup, but the game, last time I checked, is played on hardwood. And fellas, going back to that first half action, LeBron James was in complete control.
What's there to say? LeBron is getting anything he wants out there. This is just the kind of dominant performance we've come to expect from him.
Looking unstoppable, and now we know he just gets stronger as the game goes along.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Lakers leading by 14. So the Lakers 5 right now. Austin Reeves out there with Doncic. Then it's James. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint. The 3 for Doncic. He'll not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. Atlanta's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
Yeah, if you give Ricochet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
LA's gone 5 of 8 from 3-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Doncic passes to James. With the shot. Rebounded by Capella.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
It's tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Daniels kicks to Young. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Los Angeles leading by 12. Doncic outside. The 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
And Ricochet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Well, you look at Doncic. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
The lead now in single digits. Young's got 10 points in the game.
You know, the range Young has really really is unlimited. He just feels comfortable shooting and swinging as he crosses half court.
Bangs home the trifecta. And the Lakers lead by 12. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. Dan's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for LeBron. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. 2 minutes remaining. Now here's Capella. He's guarded closely. And here's Daniels. Still without a basket. 4 on the clock. Just his first attempt. Rebounded by the Lakers.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Doncic dishes to James. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And you're starting to see James put it all together right now. He's looking to score every time down the floor.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Young. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Here's the Lakers with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Doncic with the buckets.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Matthews, he's checked in for Atlanta. Braun, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's LeVert. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Man finds Johnson. And it's blocked. And they recover it. Okongwu with the screen for Matthews. That three off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Let's start getting loud and give a big welcome to your Hawks High Squad. It's your High Squad. Get loud and let them hear you. Our defense crew is looking for the loudest fans, so get up and get crazy.
Checked in for Matthews. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-3 run. Stolen. Man with it. He's picked up by James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
LeVert hits both of them. Lakers leading by 17. On the wing, Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
LeVert up top. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Young in at the 1. And there it is for him.
And I like the resourcefulness Young brings to the table, taking any shot he can create.
And James throws it down hard.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Inside, here's Young. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Nance is checked in.
22, Larry Nance Jr.
Now, here's LeVert. Young, right side. Another miss by Young.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The 10-footer. And James gets it to go on the assist by Connect.
No question James has the green light from anywhere. That mid-range is just another area where he's dangerous.
To the middle. Cuts off the pass. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they'd love to run. Doncic passes to James. LeBron is doubled. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Oh, man. LeBron just big boy basketball on full display.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. A three-pointer is right on target. Doncic has got 25 points.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Pass to Capella. Johnson outside. Capella with a screen on Hachimura. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the paint. And James throws it down.
When LeBron decides it's his time, good luck slowing him down.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Daniels with it. Capella kicks to Young. To end the run. Good on the triple. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
James fires from way outside. Offensive rebound. Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Daniels. 5 to shoot. Doncic. Again, Los Angeles.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, boy, he is almost unguardable.
Pass to Rizachet. Poked away. Here's Young, and it's blocked. They get it back. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
And James throws it down.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for Rui Hachimura. Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. And Vincent subbed in for Luka Doncic.
All right, fans, look who it is. Let me hear you make some noise.
Some changes for the Lakers. James comes in for Connect. And Doncic is subbed in for Vincent. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Finney-Smith with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And here's Doncic from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 32 points.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
On the wing, James. He's guarded by Johnson. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And Atlanta has possession. Young way outside, from outside off the mark. Now Vanderbilt, Doncic outside, fires the three, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. LeBron, in the fourth quarter, were you looking to be aggressive?
Yeah, just try to close the game out. You know, my teammates look for me in the fourth quarter to close the game out with my scoring and just my playmaking ability. So, you know, to be able to go out there and come through for it means a lot.
I know they're used to it by now, but I know you're still happy with the win. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, LeBron James.
Shout out to everybody that watched God Take Me to, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this epic lake show with the lake show. Drop that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that notification. Stay tuned. We'll be back later with some more content.